me, I like scammers because he doesn't stress. He's always in his couch.
No, that's your type.
But okay, you said you like scammers, right?
I don't like people that put into.
So that's your type. Your type is scammers.
He's always home. He's just on his phone. He's talking to me like, on another phone or on his laptop or something. No, I'm not dating influencer. Hey, no, maybe Makuma. Okay. Because what I'm looking for, he's also looking for the same thing.
Yeah.
He wants to know how much maybe Broom is paying me.
Yes, so he can also
Cookie is paying me, and then it starts bringing some little hatred.
Competition.
Yeah.
Can't date somebody who works in a morgue. Hey, only
give me your no.
No, plumber, carpenter, mason.
No. What if he has like a carpentry establishment, like a whole huge establishment?
Why? I will fill in, and what I can do, you will fill in.
But you believe that the man is the head, is the leader.
Yes.
Well, I believe
No, but you're putting
that.
conditions to it.
I believe that both of us need to be leading us in the right way.
No, there can't be two leaders.
What do you mean there can't be two leaders? If you're leading me in the wrong way and I feel like babes, how you're leading me is not right, let's communicate, let's talk about it. I think this way is better.
For me,
then who's leading then?
No, for
it's
me,
about the
I
right
think
way.
the man. No, for me, I believe the man is the leader, but then it doesn't make.
Hey guys, welcome back to Rants, Bants Confessions. It's your girl, you already know, E to the O, F your adult, and I'm here with
Ajwa T.
And today we have a guest who is definitely not new to the show. She's gonna introduce herself. To the left is
Kaki like the biscuit.
Clock it. Hey, Shiro. I always have to add that. So today we're talking about what, Ajwa?
So today we are diving into a topic that gets a lot of people thinking, talking, and even, rethinking their entire dating life. That's occupation. Actually play a part when you're choosing your partner. Are you looking for the love or are you looking for a LinkedIn profile?
I mean...
For me, I'm looking for the LinkedIn profile.
So the occupation matters to you?
It matters a lot.
To you too?
It does matter to me.
Yeah, I feel like occupation definitely matters, especially to women. Most men, I don't think really care too much.
They do.
No, I said most men.
Most men,
Oh, we
okay.
can say some men. It's always half and half with the men, but with the women, I always feel like, especially women of a certain standard, they really, really care what kind of job a man does, because the kind of job that a man does is definitely going to play a role in how much money he makes and how much time he's going to give you and the stress level that he's under. So all of those things play a role. What kind of job would disqualify a man that wants to date you?
Kiki first.
So to be honest, ideally, I wouldn't go for someone who's doing like a 9-to-5.
What?
Ideally, but even if he's doing a 9-to-5, he should have like
A business on the side.
proper side business, like proper. He should be, because I want more, and I want someone who wants more for himself. So I want you to be like, you should have a business, like you should be doing something else that's going to bring more money.
Okay, 9-to-5. A lawyer does 9-to-5. Lawyers make a lot I a doctor
Doctors.
is kind of
I
a 9-to-5.
personally don't even want a lawyer.
Why not?
Because one of my love languages are quality time, and so I feel like I'm not gonna get that
From a lawyer, because like they're
Yes.
always like working with their clients and
Yes.
whatnot. What if this lawyer that finna want to start it?
I don't want someone now. I started.
I've been that.
Kind of shake. Would you date a lawyer?
No, because they lie a lot. Forget the money, but they lie a lot.
Lawyers lie a lot.
Yeah.
I don't understand. What do you mean lawyers lie? Lawyers who go to the courtroom to defend people. Okay, well,
So they can lie a lot.
Okay.
So she's talking about quality time, right?
Yes.
So I'm dating a lawyer. He doesn't have my time. he's not even working.
Yeah.
But he'll tell me that he's doing this. His client said this. No. Like my heart is very close to my skin.
No, but okay. So
will you date a lawyer?
Listen, I'm dating anybody who's bringing in the cash, baby. You feel me? Like I need the bucks. Me, I don't mind. Though.
You don't mind? Okay,
I don't
wait.
mind dating a lawyer.
Okay.
So then, if you're talking about it's just the money,
No, it's not just the money.
Would you date a drug dealer?
Well, for your information, I have dated a drug dealer before. But that was my younger days. I feel like now as I'm older, dating a drug dealer will be too risky for me. But like when I was younger and I was young and I was free and I was living, I wasn't thinking of having a future with him. I was just having fun. I dated a drug dealer before. He used to sell weed.
He has so much money, right?
I had a lot of money. Oh my goodness. His name was...
Hey,
but
is he still there?
Yeah, no, he's actually my friend on Snapchat.
Oh,
yeah, but he was Jamaican. At that time when I was living in New York, I really didn't like mingle with the Ghanaians. But like, yeah, he was selling drugs. I used to help him sometimes. I used to drop the box at the post office. Anyway, I'm not gonna go into details. But yeah, I've dated a drug dealer before, but I've never dated a lawyer. But I wouldn't mind dating a lawyer. I feel like I like what's the word? Obi kind of makabi. But I like to prove a point. You know, lawyers always have they always have to prove a point, and they back it up with details and facts. Yeah. I'm the kind of person that likes to I'm gonna pinpoint my point across and back it up with facts. So I don't mind, but I don't think he's gonna bring his lawyering stuff into the home.
Oh no.
But I think it's in their nature.
Yeah, he might.
Every occupation that a person has, it's naturally in their nature to be that way.
So it will affect the way he acts at home.
True. What about, have you ever dated a drug dealer?
No.
Have you ever dated a drug dealer?
No.
Why are we going to see some?
Oh, they're there.
Okay, you mean yeah. Well, but there's plenty of drug dealers in Ghana.
Okay, for me, I don't know any.
So if you're talking to someone right now and you find out the person is a drug dealer, are you going to,
And he's giving me the guap.
You are willing to date the drug dealer?
Yes.
Are you?
What?
Are you?
At this point in my life,
Yeah.
no. It's too risky for me.
Because no,
it's too risky for me.
She has lived her life.
I've lived that life.
Oh, so you feel like you're still...
I am now going to live my life.
So you don't want just legit business...
Well, just money makes sense.
Because you said 9 to 5. Yeah. Would you date a 9 to 5 person?
9 to 5? No.
Why?
What's wrong with 9 to 5?
Because there's nothing. There's really nothing wrong.
There's nothing wrong.
So
but for me, before I started this influencing thing, I was doing 9 to 5. Okay. I was working at GSE. And it's a whole lot. Because sometimes the way the guys even act in the office, the times they go, and because we used to do this fish inspection at the harbor, the time they'll even leave the office, can leave the office like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. before he gets home, he's tired.
But that's overtime. But there's different 9 to 5.
No, but you always come home tired, stressed out from work and all of that.
But wait.
And the money is...
And when he's at work, you can't text him even when you text him, it takes longer time for him to reply.
Because he's at work.
Yes, that's different. But me, I like somebody that spends time with me, that has time for me, that gives me so much attention. So me like this, I wouldn't even mind dating a scammer because he's always home.
What the? No.
He's always... Listen, he's always home. Mm-hmm. He's just on his phone. Mm-hmm. He's talking to me on another phone or on his laptop or something. We have
girl,
okay,
please.
So that means if you can date a scammer, they're liars. They're conditioned to always lie.
Yeah.
So that means you wouldn't know when he's being real with you.
But then
or
if I compare
a
scammer and a lawyer, a scammer gives more than a lawyer.
Gives more what?
Money?
More money than a lawyer.
Who told you that?
But I feel like it depends on the person. You've never met cheap scammers. Trust me, I've met scammers who don't give as much money. They are very limited.
There are cheap scammers, but in this case, you're not talking about cheap scammers.
Okay, but then how would you know a scammer gives more money than a lawyer? Because we have lawyers who
give
also
more.
They give, depending on how. I feel like
depending on my experience or depending on the type of people that I have dated. That is, I have dated a lawyer before. That was in tech.
Oh, you dated a lawyer before?
Yes, that was in tech. He doesn't give. He was stingy as hell.
Stingy.
Stingy as hell.
Maybe it wasn't because of the profession. Maybe he was naturally stingy. Some people are stingy.
It could be, but in this case, he was still a lawyer. It doesn't change anything.
No, but you cannot let it affect all lawyers. Because I don't think all lawyers are like that.
I know lawyers who are not stingy. They make money and they're not stingy.
I won't do again.
Okay, well, that's your experience.
When it comes to the scammer, like the ones I go in for.
But you're not scared? Like every time, constantly, you have to be worried that your partner can be arrested. Like there's going to be trouble.
Interpol.
Don't you like peace of mind?
Life doesn't come without you taking risks.
No,
but this is like crazy. Okay, girl.
It doesn't matter.
Clock it.
As long as you're looking for the money, take the risk. If I'm not the one scamming, I'm okay.
But at a point, he'll make you do something. Maybe you have to use your voice.
Making
Not
calls
all of
for
them.
him.
But she doesn't have an American accent or they like accents.
No, but once you're like, it's that thing. Like when you're dating a scammer,
I know what
there'll be points where you have to also play a role. Like you're supporting your partner.
No, not all the time. Not if the person cares about you, he would never involve you in what he's doing. There are. I know people who. Yes, why not? No,
That's different.
I've been with scammer. I already said it. I've dated a scam before. He's never involved me in any of his scamming things that he's done. I knew what he was doing. Like I said, I was younger. I didn't care. But I also know people that scam and they involved their loved ones before. They made them open accounts. They made them use their voice.
Yeah.
They made them use their image.
Yeah.
That person was also very naive. Yeah. So I think it depends on the person, the values, how he values you also. I don't think every scammer is the same way. Not every lawyer is the same.
But then I also think that social status plays a big role when choosing a partner based on their occupation as well. Let me explain. You can't take a scammer home and be like, Mama, this is my boyfriend.
He's a scammer.
You're not gonna say you're not gonna say he's a scammer. He's a businessman.
Well,
Why
yes,
you
but
lying,
in the
what business?
A business of talking to people.
Money. But when you take a lawyer home, you're like, Mama, this is my boyfriend. He's a lawyer. He likes that.
And you know how these are parents, they really like,
lawyers,
the lawyers, doctors,
or even,
pilots.
that thing where maybe your family is having some get together and then you take him in your hand.
Yeah, my daughter is with a lawyer, with a doctor.
My daughter is dating a doctor.
Yeah.
Okay, but my daughter is dating a businessman. You coming home with Chanel. You come home in your big Mercedes Benz. You coming home. Wait, hold up. What if you coming home? You coming home with your lawyer and some beat down trotro. And the lawyer, his suits is even wearing carbon watch. His suits for 5 years. He hasn't changed his suits. Hold on. Let me continue. So are you looking at is it because it looks good on paper and it looks good, but deep down you're home crying?
But with the scamming, it's not permanent. It's very temporal. So then now you choose to follow or date the scammer, and then in about 2 months or less, he doesn't have money. He could be broke to zero.
That's
so
what I'm saying. It always depends on the person, their values, how they see their life. Because there are some scammers who have used that scamming money, or drug dealers who have used that drug dealer money and opened businesses.
Yeah,
there are people in this country that they've opened businesses with cocaine money.
Yeah.
So I always say it depends on the person, the vision that they have, where they see themselves in 5 years. There's some scammers who, like you say, they get the money today, tomorrow, you don't hear their names anymore.
And then there's also people who are into legit business that are making so
9 to
much
5.
money. Not just 9 to 5.
Like business owners.
Yeah, business owners. Because instead of maybe someone who's doing a small business, there are people who own big companies and all that. Business owners who have so much money and can give you that beautiful life. You can still come home with your money.
That's mostly those type of people. They are either already married, they have some family somewhere. Because a businessman.
Not all of them.
Not all of them, but most of them.
Yeah.
Most of them.
Yeah.
Okay, talking from experience, people that I have met that own businesses and stuff, most of them, even if they are not married, they've been married before and they are divorced. They have kids somewhere. They're in situationship somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just me.
Yeah, because you know why? When these businessmen, before they get their big establishment, they started from somewhere.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
started small. When you hear these people talking about, I started washing 5,000 plates. They literally probably did. They maybe when they were 19. Everybody has a story, and their story starts from somewhere.
Yeah.
And a lot of these businessmen, they usually probably meet their mates at that time when I feel more bread, and then they're now starting life, and now they're in their 40s. Maybe they're divorced, but at 40, he's divorced and he has kids somewhere. And maybe he's not looking to get married again. Maybe he just wants to date because maybe he spent his whole life with this one person, or maybe he was cheating while he was with it, because most of these niggas be cheating. Anyway, we're going to get back to that later. But a lot of businessmen, yes, they have started from a very young age and they've established themselves.
But it doesn't mean that there aren't those who don't have these type of wives hidden somewhere, or situationships. Some of them are actually also very fresh.
Single.
They are just blessed, and then they're making it so early, and they're there. They exist
That's
too.
also very, very,
So-
very, very true. Thank you.
What job would you say is a no for you? You meet a guy and see, this is what I do for a living. You're like, I don't see future with that.
What job?
No.
Somebody who works in the morgue.
No.
I can't date somebody who works in the morgue. Hey, only
Okay, Ajua, give me your nose.
No. Plumber, carpenter, Mason.
Oh no.
No.
What if he has like a carpentry establishment, like a whole
No,
huge establishment?
Why?
There's levels to everything. Oh, there's levels to everything, you know?
No.
Oh.
Wait, why?
No.
Yeah, give a
But they are
reason.
professional plumbers.
Because I want him
Professionalized.
Like, sorry to say, but for me, in the 90s, I need him to be energetic. You know, it's not that you're not going to go to work and be stressed and then no.
Every
Okay.
job comes with some sort of stress.
Yeah, and that is why I said I like scammers because he doesn't stress. He's always in his couch.
No,
So that's your type.
But okay. You said you like scammers,
I
right?
don't like people that put in too much.
So that's
like,
your type. Your type is
Yeah.
scammers.
so
my type is not scammers. my type is those that they don't stress to make money.
So then, aside scammers, who else?
You don't stress to make money.
But
influencers stress to make money.
I'm not dating influencer. Hey, no me buma kuma. Stop.
Hey, you talking from experience?
Stop. What?
You talking from experience?
Oh, I haven't really dated an influencer, but I think I have been in a talking stage with an influencer.
And it didn't go right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
Because what I'm looking for, he's also looking for the same thing.
Yeah.
Example, if I'm looking for brand deals, he's looking for the same thing. He wants to know how much maybe Broom is paying me.
Yes,
He wants to
so
know
he
how
can
much
also-
Cookie is paying me. And then it starts bringing some little hatred.
Competition.
No,
with-
I don't want that.
It can actually bring competition between
Yes,
the two.
yes,
Yeah, it's true. But we're talking about you said the scammers. You said that somebody that was obeying, like
Ombre.
somebody
like
ombre.
someone who doesn't. But wait, so if that's the case, take scammers out.
Then-
What else? Like because you
What
keep saying
else?
scammers. That's why I asked
That's
you
the
if that
only
was your
person you like?
type. So then now, if scammer is not the only like category of like men that you're saying are your types, then what else? Like what other profession are you talking
Okay.
about?
A rapper.
So let me mention some occupation I think that my ideal man should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One, we're not talking about scammers out.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So one, you must be a businessman. You know,
What business?
what
Any kind of business?
Yeah.
Any kind of business, as long as the
'Cause-
money
So somebody who owns carpentry, plumbing is a business.
Yes,
Somebody
yes.
who does carpentry has established.
But I just don't want that side of business.
Which side?
Like
To specify,
a businessman,
specify.
He
He's
can
not
have,
starting.
He can have maybe like big supermarkets all over Accra. Okay, he can be having
So a
maybe
tycoon.
Like he has ventures,
So
like
yeah.
different
Tycoon.
But I
ones.
just don't want the plumbing, mason, carpentry side.
Yeah.
Mempe.
Wait.
What else?
Okay, I think is it because of the image that's behind it, how we look at
It's
them, how
not
we
the
see
image.
them.
That is why I'm not even using what society thinks. So this is
So what is
I
it
want.
like? What is it about the carpentry and the plumbing
She
and
says
the
don't get
masonry?
tired.
I
Like,
say it to be too much work.
oh,
Yes, I need you to have all that time
energy
for
for
me.
me.
Yes.
Okay,
Hey, but any guy who has time for you is jobless. First of all.
hold on.
Hey, that's not true.
But then, no,
I don't agree.
No, wait. So continue. You said you like a business tycoon.
Yeah, somebody that does
Scamming.
business. Okay, a doctor is not bad. Yeah.
Doctor, over what time amount?
Or
They
be
pay
You'll be
Friend, no?
sleeping at dawn and then he's
Wait, calm
he's
down.
called for an emergency.
Uh-huh. We're coming
There are
down.
some doctors that do not do everything. Some people they have something they just
Like the
specialize in.
specialists.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, someone like that is my type.
Okay.
Like really my type because if I take you home and I tell mama that's my boyfriend, afa.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else?
2.
We're on 3, 4. Scamming, business
Oh, you
tycoon,
won't say we should
doctor.
put that one aside.
No, but it's part of the ones you like.
Okay.
It's on the
It's a
list.
4.
Okay. 4. Musician, so that I can go with him on tours.
Oh my God.
Why are you laughing, It's pushing somebody.
Have you ever
It's
been?
pushing who?
Have you ever been with a musician?
And
If
you
you
feel sister.
I think musician is too broad. Rapper.
have you ever dated a rapper?
Afrobeats.
If your answer,
Only rapper I dated is the one who rapped my gifts.
the one who
The one what?
Clark.
We didn't hear that.
We didn't hear you.
The only rapper I date is the one who raps my gifts.
Oh,
No, we're not talking about that. She's trying to. We're not talking about that.
Have I dated an artist before?
yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you have.
Yes, you
Why
have.
would you answer for me?
We know.
Because you
guys
know.
answer for me.
We've seen it.
Listen, dating an artist, yeah, you really need to make sure that you have like akuma, because they're wanted by everyone. They're wanted by all the girls, all the ladies,
Yeah.
and if that person doesn't have self-control and doesn't respect himself,
Yeah.
it's going to be a big headache for you because you're always going to be like insecure. You're not sure, like, okay, is he telling the truth where he's going? He's going on tour. You can't leave your life and go on tour with him. You also have your influence in life or whatever life you have to do at home.
Yeah,
so you have to make sure that you are mentally stable and emotionally equipped to date an artist. And that person has, like I said, he has to value you and love you. But most of these guys, they're young, they're making money, they get groupies are here left and right. Like there's options available. So it's difficult to like really, I'm not speaking from experience though. I just know some people who know some people who know some people. But no, back to the scamming. The reason why I said I wanted to go back to, why are you looking at me like that?
Do you have anything you want to say?
Well, I'll get to you. Hold on.
Me?
I will get to you. You said the scamming, somebody who will make money out on how. But scammers, they have a season. They have a hot season and a very cold season. So are you going to be there when the hot season leaves?
It's not for better for worse.
Oh.
So if I'm there and it's not favoring me, I move on to the next.
Are you serious?
Well, that's very I think in life you don't have to be selfish.
But then
what if you're in love?
That is the world.
And then now it's leading to marriage. Like you see a future with this person.
I was in love. It didn't end well. I loved so hard.
Hey, so now let's say you went and find yourself in a deep relationship with a scammer. And like you are really in love and it's getting to marriage stage, you will not. When it goes to cold season, you leave.
Have the money.
No, he has the money in the beginning. Like everything is good. You have the car, the house. Like
it's
he's
going
supporting
great.
the business. Like we be out like all this. He can't even show me.
He said something,
and then things are going great at one point.
He said that sometimes it's not just about the job; it's about the person. It's about the person's mentality, the person's vision.
Yeah. Right.
I'm a businesswoman. If I'm dating you and I see that you have so much money, we're not just going to keep that money. Fast,
we're opening businesses.
Opening businesses with it. Okay.
So even if, because that my stepdad like this is retired, right? And through that process, I've learned so much. So I know that tomorrow is not promised.
Yes.
So we start saving, So when we get there, even if you can't make it, your wifey has it. I have made it, so I can, and you
support him.
Even if maybe the business wasn't open in your name or it was open, whatever it is, what is for me is also for you. So we are together. If you are married at that time, it's for better, for worse. But if we are dating and the money gets finished, I'm out of the door. I can't stay there.
But don't you have to date before you get married?
That's what I'm saying. If you are dating, the money gets finished, I'm out of the door.
Okay, but what if you're dating, the money is there when you get married, but the next month,
after the dating, there's engagement.
Yes.
Even that's correct. There's proposal.
Yes.
There's engagement. So immediately he proposed to me, I start thinking big. I start thinking that, I'm about to get married.
So do you start asking him about his finance, his finance?
That's what I'm saying. So that is where things start getting more serious.
What if he doesn't disclose that information to you? That, don't worry, we're good.
So this is not somebody I would have to marry, because if you can't sit me down and let me know that, this is how things are running, this is how things are going to be, then I can't be with you. I can't marry you, because marriage is a big thing.
Yeah, you have to make sure future is secured.
Yeah, for both of you.
Okay,
what about dating a porn star? Hey!
So like now we are flipping the script. So like a man dating a porn star.
Yes, because we have male porn stars.
Male porn,
because at the end of the day, we all talk about woman. But she used to.
I will not date a porn star.
Why?
For obvious reasons. I don't want a porn star. I should constantly see you.
But I don't care. You care about body counts.
No, it's not about the body count. It's about the fact that I'm jealous. I love my partner. I love my partner too much. I can't stand seeing my partner even kissing another person to now think of him.
No matter the money.
Fucking.
No matter the money.
I don't care about the money he's making. I'm not broke.
As a porn star. But if it was somebody else, you care about the money he's making.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No. We
gotta set the table and understand what we're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you date a porn star?
No.
Why not?
Hell no.
Why not?
Porn star.
Yes.
Oh, hell no.
Why not?
I don't want to see my partner with anyone else.
Forget the money you're making. I cannot take you home. A man, I cannot take him home. I can't date him. I'm a type, if I start dating you, I have to tell my mom, because she's the only person I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I can't go home and tell my mom that
this is my partner, he's a porn star.
Hey, don't keep me okay about
Okay. Okay, you can't take him home.
No, I can't take
that's
him
one
home.
of your main reasons why.
Like my main
because
reason.
you can't take him home.
I can't take him home.
Okay, what if tables were turned? Not you being a porn star, but you being like an influencer or whatever you are, and you're dating a guy, and he wants to take you home, but then his mother would not see you to
leave me alone. Then
to bring home.
Leave me alone.
There's this guy that wanted to take me home. Actually, he did take me home. Okay, but before taking me home, I asked him, "Look, I'm a girl with tattoos. My tattoos are not even small. They're big tattoos, right?" what is your mom going to think?
Yeah.
What is she going to say? Is she going to like me?
Yeah.
I don't want to stress you.
Yeah.
Don't rush things. Let
Yeah.
things go. It was like my mom was going to like you.
Mhm.
When I got, she didn't judge nothing.
Yeah.
Even after I left, she even called me to ask me, "Oh, are you okay? Are you
Yeah.
home?" I feel like right now things are changing a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
Okay, so if things are changing, you can also change that your mom's
no,
perception on
porn
the
star,
porn
they
star.
meet me. I can't. Porn star.
Because maybe he has a great personality. Maybe he treats you so well. Treats you like a
because
queen.
if yours has to just do it like, okay, what you tell them at home, then I don't know if it's like a solid reason why you would not.
It is.
Baby,
I never lied to my mom. My mom is like my sister. I never lied to her.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, but
because
package it. Everything is packaging.
I can't package it. We are porn star. Hey, then just imagine my mother is on TikTok. Then maybe somebody will go and screen record your video on Telegram and come and post it. Then my mother will see it. Hey. Even with that, Scrano, I see it to be weird. Like, no. My man's nakedness. Something that's supposed to be mine on TV.
Exactly.
But you're naked, but you also show your titties on social media. Like your cleavage.
That's cleavage is different.
No, if your nipples are not showing, it's not.
Listen, it's different if my nipples
but
are out there.
It's still body. It's still, the breast is still, showing. The ass, sometimes I be seeing your ass and your boy short and your booty shorts.
Listen, it's different.
Talking about your property.
It's different if my whole body is naked on camera and I am having sexual intercourse with somebody.
Crazy.
Even when your leak comes out, look at how people act.
Yeah.
So just imagine your whole nakedness and you are kissing somebody. Oh yeah, gangbang.
Gangbang. Who name gang bang?
You just said it.
Mr. Gang banging.
Okay, gang banging. No, hell no. What's your reason? Why wouldn't you date a porn star?
Why wouldn't I date a porn star? Mm-hmm. There are many reasons why I wouldn't date a porn star. Like you said yourself, I'm a very not jealous, but my man is my man. I wouldn't say jealous, but like I can't see my man fucking another woman. If I don't see it, that's not my business. But if I see it, I can't fuck with that. And also like status is important. Like how society. I don't care too much about how society will see me, but I care about how I see you. And I wouldn't respect someone who feels like they have to fuck.
That's what I wanted to say. Respect. Right. That would be weird. Like, I know my partner is fucking so many different people and that's your source of income. I don't know, but to me, that's just...
And as a man, that's the only way you can feel like you can make money. I feel like it's lazy, So, and I don't know. Like, yeah, it's for me, it's dirty. Because me, like, I'm not going to say that.
Say it.
I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, but like, I couldn't date a porn star.
Question. To both of you guys want to agree to date 9 to 5 hours, correct?
No.
They said they would not date a 9 to 5.
No, I didn't rule it out entirely. I said that, like, ideally, I would not date a 9 to 5er. But then, even if you're doing a 9 to 5 and I'm willing to compromise just because I love you,
and
you should have a solid side business, like a solid one.
Why?
Yeah.
Because of the salary range?
Salary.
I mean, yeah, because
what was a good range?
Good range.
Monthly?
Yes, salaries are paid monthly.
Let's start with Ifya.
Are there any 9 to 5ers who make like at least $100,000 a month or $50,000 a month, 50,000 cities a month, or like 80,000 a month? I don't know. What jobs?
No, it's way.
I was talking about salaries in Ghana or in America?
Anywhere.
In Ghana?
Africa, typically.
In Africa?
Every country has their
wages, yes. So 9 to 5, the 9 to 5, if it's a 9 to 5 in America, I don't mind. But, Bez, are we talking about Africa?
Yes, Ghana specifically.
Ghana, okay. A 9 to 5er in Ghana? Like she said, he has to have a business on the side.
See, whether he has a business, he doesn't have a business, he's still at 9 to 5.
But why is that?
No, it doesn't matter. Why are you making it look like 9 to 5 is a bad thing? I saying he's still a 9 to 5.
No.
It's not
I'm
a bad
trying
thing
to
for
make
her.
it easier for it.
I think she said 9 to 5.
I don't like 9 to 5. Please.
Even if he has a side business.
I don't like.
Yeah, but what love is I see you, I like you. Doesn't matter what you like for a man.
I know. Love is not enough.
But for a man, we don't look at you and say, "Oh, because you use your job."
That's not true. Ladies.
Men care about the money that the woman is making, especially if they want to marry the person.
Not even that.
No way.
Imagine a chief like proposes to you and then he wants you to be his partner, and then now you work in the media space and maybe you have to act a movie where you have to kiss someone or something, and he has that status. He's a whole chief.
Yes.
Now it's
he
a problem.
cares. Or even a pastor.
Yeah.
A pastor cannot marry a social media person, influencer, somebody who takes pictures in bikinis or like their whole life is
even if he
on the
can,
media.
he would have to let you stop whatever you're doing.
Yeah. So depends on the kind of occupation the man is doing. He's definitely gonna care about what you also do as a woman.
Yeah.
But not how much you make or what your account balance looks like.
No,
Correct?
that is not-
But I think men want to see you doing something.
So I saw a video, right? There was this lady that did Christian BBL. It went
Oh,
viral.
Sophiology. Yeah, you showed about her the other day.
Yeah.
So Madame Joyce was asking her something, right? And she was like, oh, when she's driving a Benz, the guy sees. When she's wearing a Van Cleef, the guy sees. And then somebody else stitched the video and was like, okay, yes, sometimes men look at your stability, they look at how well you're doing, because as she said, if he's looking to marry you, he would put all those things into consideration. But he doesn't care the car you're driving. He doesn't care the money in your account.
Yeah.
He doesn't care the wig you are wearing.
Yes, I don't think they
I think the only
should.
time men care about those things is if he has to come correct. Like if a guy sees a girl wearing Van Cleef, driving a Benz or whatever car, and she looks well put together, like she's wearing good, like
She knows how to
style
put
down.
herself together properly.
The guy knows this guy. This girl, she could be expensive. So if I'm coming, I have to come correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
But it's not really them caring more about, how much money is she making, but it's about them coming correct because men are egotistical beings. It's like, if they can't provide for you, they feel some way. But also it depends if they just want to fuck, because like Burna Boy did, he pretended to give what's the girl's name?
Sophia.
Another Sophie.
Yeah.
Pretended he's of a certain
Sophie, rather,
status.
sorry.
Sophie, yeah.
He's of a certain status. He saw the girl. He knew what the girl was about. He knew that he's Burna Boy. But after he fucked her, he didn't give her nothing. So there's some men too, like, they'll come correct, but they'll just come to fuck and then they won't give you shit.
So which means that men, we love, but you guys do like business, calculate before you fall in love.
No, it's rather
Men
vice
don't
versa.
know. Men lust sometimes and men love sometimes. It's different. It depends on the kind of man, where he's coming from and where he's going, how he sees himself and how he sees you. The vision that he has for himself and the vision that he's also wants to have. It depends on where he is in his life. It depends on where the man is in his life and where he's going. It depends on the kind of woman that he's going to get. So if a man is headed towards marriage, he's going to look for somebody who's going to accommodate where he's going. But if he's just trying to fuck, he's also going to look for somebody who's going to accommodate his sex, his lust.
But I don't think most men will care about your financial capacity or what you do. Nah, for us, it's just, I love you. We believe would add to your life.
Oh, so then if
women
the man
love-
sees you and you're a prostitute and he'll just love you because he
That's
doesn't
a very
mind.
extreme
That's Nigerian.
example.
That's not
No,
very
that's
extreme. It's someone's
extreme.
profession.
Yes.
Someone is a professional prostitute. So then, it counts.
Actually, a man can love a prostitute and marry you and say, okay, leave this job.
No, but then that's not, then it means we are deviating because you are coming to me based off the job I'm doing. I'm a prostitute. So you can't come and now tell me.
Yeah, but
No,
there
he
are
can't,
no
because at the end of
prostitutes.
the day, the reason why you're doing prostitution is because of money.
Poverty,
It's
yes.
poverty. So now a man has come, he's like, you know
But
what?
who told you everyone doing prostitution is because of poverty?
90% of people who are doing
99.
So what's up the
prostitution.
10%?
I'm home with that. And they can't, and yeah.
So what if you come and you
Wait.
fall in love with one,
Are you
like a
saying
person from the
there's a
10%?
woman in this world that my passion is prostitution? Is it possible? My
There are
destiny,
people who
my dream is to be prostitute.
the same way people love your job. I love my job. There are people who love their
Sister,
job.
No, you can love your job, but it's condition.
Down. If you stop this, my jai, me go build a farm, me go here fool. I'm gonna have a lot. Like the other time we were talking with Kitty, most women, if they didn't have to work, they wouldn't work.
Yeah, that's true.
So most women who are doing prostitution, bro, it's not by choice. It's like because they need to make some sort of money, and the amount of money they need, that's the only way they can get it. So
Bess,
if a
with
man
your
comes
question.
to you right now and tells you, said today, I want you to stop prostituting, you're gonna stop.
Yes.
Because you're doing it because of money.
Best with your question.
Yes.
I believe she said something that men have ego. Okay, women too were created in their own way. We women are supposed to be there for the men to take care of us. So it's not just about we also looking for just stability, but that is how it's supposed to be.
She believe that.
But we
Wait,
What are you doing in
I don't
return?
believe that.
What are you
We
doing in
love.
return?
I don't believe that.
If we are supposed to take care of you guys. In return, you give us what?
We're also taking care of you.
So that's what I'm saying. So I don't believe that we women were made to take care of men. We were made to take care of each other.
Yes.
We're supposed to support each other.
Partnership.
So if, like Kitty said last time, shout out to Kitty. Partnership. So it's not more of like the man doing everything all the time. No, because then what are you providing for the man if he's taking care of your bills? He's providing for you.
I'm nurturing
What are you
But
doing
that's
for
what you
him?
think. But do you agree to that?
She doesn't.
Like, he's the
I'm
partner. No,
nurturing
it's fine.
him.
Do you
I'm
agree?
giving him,
You're nurturing him how? In what way? What are you doing for the man?
I mean, you're
That every other woman can do for him.
every other woman can do.
Like
for
what?
him.
What is
If
the
he was looking
difference?
for what other women could do for him, he would have gone for them.
So what are
But
you
in
doing
this
for your
case-
man? If he's bringing in the money, he's
Yes.
taking your care of your finance. What are you providing?
I'm making it. I'm relieving his stress
By
when he
doing
comes
what?
back home from work. It's not just about sex.
No,
There's
it's
so
not
many.
sex.
No, I'm just saying there's so many other ways. Maybe I'm making him happy. Maybe when he goes out to work, he's stressed out. People are, doing the most. But when he comes home, he's coming home
To peace.
I am home. I'm giving him the peace that he wants, and I'm making him laugh, and I'm also feeding him, and all these
Do you
little
think that's a
things.
fair bargain?
But then,
You
I
think
think
that's-
it's a fair game. I'm also going to carry his babies. That's if we graduate to marriage stage, and then I'm going to push those human beings on the earth and all that. So yeah, I feel
And
like
take care
it's
of them.
fair.
As long as the relationship between I and the guy is not transactional and he's giving me money, I don't feel I'm obliged to do something to reciprocate he giving me money.
But I think and naturally, if you love someone, you don't think about those things.
Yeah.
It naturally comes. As women, I feel like we're natural nurturers.
Yeah.
We're natural lovers. We naturally submit to leaders. So as a man, if you cannot lead me in a way where we are growing together and we're going in the right direction, then it's hard for me to submit to you. It's not just
Period.
about financial
Hey.
stability.
I think that's a faulty line.
I think
Because
I
if
don't.
I'm the man. Leadership is leadership. Sometimes the leader might not be the smartest, but the leader, you have to
Yeah, but so
submit
then
regardless.
No, that's
Go on.
why. So if maybe you're not as smart, but then you have a partner who is smart. So in the end, that's why it's partnership. We're going to fill in each other's holes. We are all helping each other in every way we can. It's partnership.
Yeah, but
So
if I am
if you're lacking in one way, I
will
can fill in
support
wherever you're
you.
lacking.
But if I'm the provider, I'm taking of you, I'm doing all that. That means it's not 50-50 anymore. I'm like 80.
There should like last
Why
time.
you even
We're
thinking
not
of
even calling it 50-50.
No, if what you
Partnership
can
should be typically. Go
no,
on.
no, partnership is what you can do, I will do. What I can't do, you will do. So it's about filling in the blanks. So
Period.
if let's say like okay, my man comes home from work, my man is not gonna come home and go cook. I'm gonna go and cook and serve him and wash his dishes and maybe massage him, ask him how his day was. Conversation is those things of the spirit that really, really makes a person more calm. It's not always about. I don't believe in 50-50.
Me too.
I believe in what you can do, I will fill in, and what I can do, you will fill in.
But you believe that the man is the head, is the leader.
Yes, well, I
No,
believe
but you're putting
that.
conditions to it.
I believe that both of us need to be leading us in the right way.
No, they can't be two leaders.
No, guys, what do you mean they can't be two leaders? If you're leading me in the wrong way, and I feel like babes, how you're leading me is not right, let's communicate. Let's talk about it. I think this way is better.
For me,
Then who's leading then?
for
It's
me,
about the
I
right
think
way.
the man. No, for me, I believe the man is the leader, but then it doesn't make me his follower. I feel like we both, to some extent, have to complete each other. So yeah, I'll allow you to.
But that's not how
I'll allow
leadership
you.
works.
No,
Leadership
I
is
allow
I'm
you.
leading, you are following.
No, I'm allowing you to. Wait, I'm
Leading
not
me
in-
to what?
Oh, am I not autocratic
So is there a
relationship?
leader without a follower?
No, we saw what?
Is there a leader without a follower?
A man is the head of the house.
The followers will be the
He's supposed
children.
to,
Okay,
No.
he's supposed to head the
Yeah.
house.
No.
Wait,
He's supposed to head the house. Doesn't mean he's supposed to just do things anyhow.
There's communication.
That is
There's
why-
partnership.
that's why
So
there's
if you're making a
communication.
decision, like, okay, babes, I want to go and buy a private jet. Okay, you bring it to me, babes. I think right now we're in a great space where we can buy a private jet. I'll say, well, I kind of disagree. Maybe we can actually use that money to invest in something else, and then we have to come to a meeting where we both have an agreement with each other. You can't just make a decision and say you're making a decision because you're the
Because
leader,
you're the head.
and then you just do it.
No, but I believe that typically the man can say no, I don't agree with you and do it. But if you're supposed to say you want to buy
You
a
can't
phone
say that.
or a car, you're supposed to take permission from your husband. And if he says no, you shouldn't because he's the leader.
No.
No. What kind of
That's what leadership
What
is.
kind of
That's
relationship
what-
are you talking about? No,
That's
that's not
not-
what leadership is.
But I think the man should
That's
have.
be
yeah.
authoritative.
How is that?
That's you.
Yes.
If I say we do this, then we do this. I don't care what you say, we're doing it. That's
No, 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 no.
authoritative.
There's a conversation, but you need a sort of permission, quote unquote.
A permission for my man to go and buy a phone?
Not a phone. I mean something. For
Let's say a TV for the house.
something that counts.
That makes sense.
Yes.
I think it's different if you're asking the man for money to buy something. That's different. But if you're asking him permission to buy something, that's also different. If I ask you permission that, maybe, I don't think I'm even supposed to ask you
Permission
permission.
is the wrong word.
Yeah, if I need
The
For
word is
instance, let me give you
It's
a good example. You guys have kids, yeah? For instance, at year 3, he or she needs to start school. and you say, oh, the school should be in, say, I don't know,
Yeah.
East Legon, and the man prefers Sphintex. Who takes the lead?
We discuss. We discuss.
No, we have two options here.
No,
the
we
man or
don't
the woman.
have-
I rather Sphintex because XYZ example. You think East Legon is
so
better.
the reasons why, so we have to bring out this. It should be a conversation.
Exactly.
Okay, a conversation has to be
But in the
had.
end, one decision has to
and
won.
an understandable conversation and understandable communication. Okay, babe, I feel like Spintex is A, B, C, and D. You feel like East Legon is A, B, C, and D. The pros should outweigh the cons. So whoever pros is more, then we just go with it.
Who decides what pro and what con is more?
Oh, but if when it comes to education, the pros are out
I
there
feel
on
like
its own.
right now, the way the world is
provided for it.
evolving, there is nothing like I say this, so you should do this. No. Right now, everything is
But it
partnership.
depends if the man is the one that's doing all the provisions. Honestly, if as a woman, if you're not making any income in the house, then I feel like at the end of the day, is what the man says is what goes.
So I think
he has
from
authority.
some
we are
situations
saying-
like that the men want to like fully lead. But in a situation where the woman is also making something for
So this
herself,
one in our situation where we are
it's
all
a
making our
partnership.
money.
You don't come and tell me what to do. Like I respect you as as my partner, and then we discuss when we have to make a decision. But then it's not solely your responsibility to make the decision and force me to, go with what you
Approve or
say.
allow it.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
So so it depends on the household.
Because see, me sitting like this, if I didn't have a business or I didn't have anything doing, I wasn't doing this work and nothing. I'm just a stay-at-home wife. Whatever my husband says,
It's
goes.
final. Yeah.
Exactly why most African men rather a housewife. Because
Because they like to take control. They don't like to hear the word no. Most African men want a woman to submit to everything and every shit.
Some.
That's what
We're
most
changing.
some.
Now things
But
are changing.
most some, nah, it's not all, but most or some, wherever it is, no. That's why at the end of the day, women nowadays, they want to work. They want to make their own money because they're tired of being
Exactly.
told what to do with them, what to do and how to do it. At the end of the day, if I'm depending on my man for everything, he is going to have total control over me.
We're even just talking about bosses, why people are opening shops and people are trying to be bosses. Women are trying to do stuff for themselves. So but it's different also if the man was the one that opened the shop for her.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know that.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
it's also
think
different.
submission means that, whatever the man is saying, you may not agree, but you just believe or trust that,
No,
okay.
you
That's
respect
what
it.
submission
Well,
is. You
believe and
respect
trust.
it.
No, but respect is reciprocal. I respect you, you respect me. The fact that I respect you doesn't give you the power
No,
over
but
me.
a man does not owe the wife respect or the partner respect.
Excuse me?
You don't
owe, you don't
Everybody
owe.
owes everybody respect.
Yeah.
I don't care who the hell you think you are.
I think Bess is not
Everybody
Gen Z.
owes-
Yeah.
Bess
Bess
is a
is not
Gen
Gen
O.
Z.
I don't know what he is.
Yeah, no, it's not Gen Z.
No, it's not even Gen Z.
It's about
At the end of
typical-
the day,
yeah.
no, but I feel like with a lot of African cultures, it's like you have to respect no matter who you are, what you are. No. At the end of the day, respect is earned. As an old person, if you don't respect yourself, how is anybody going to respect you? And as a human being, if you don't love yourself, how is anybody going to love you? So I don't think at the end of the day, you should be forcing people to respect you. No, we are all human beings. We're going to give respect when it's due. But when you start to disrespect me, I don't see the point in me having to give you respect
Even if you
again.
love somebody truly, truly, you love them from your heart. Respect shouldn't even be something hard for you. It comes naturally.
Yes, it's natural. Because
natural.
the person respects themselves. So because you respect yourself enough, it's maybe fall in love with you. But oh, you're why the fuck should I respect you?
Yeah.
Why should I respect the things that you tell me to do? Because it's not coming from a place of love. Because when you love someone, you naturally submit to the person because that person loves themselves. They're kind, they're nurturing, they're understanding. They're slow to anger. They have all of these fruits, and then every seed is gonna bear fruit. So if you have a seed that you don't respect yourself, the fruit that is gonna bear is that other people are not gonna respect you.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, Bess is quiet. Classic.
Does your
Quiet.
lifestyles or the way you live your life also affects the kind of partner you choose?
I feel so.
Can I give an example?
Yeah.
I'm sure most of you saw the viral video of an unserious girlfriend.
Which one? Oh,
Yes.
what's an unserious girlfriend?
Yeah.
Please, we don't mention any names. We don't
We
want
beg
people to
you.
think so we're
But
talking
I'm
about
sure
them and
you
we
saw
care
the
about them
video.
because they're not that
Did anybody
relevant.
see the video?
No.
Okay.
Well, you can explain.
No,
Oh,
that
okay,
person, we don't want to mention
Yeah.
anybody's name here.
So
please.
there was a video out there of an unserious girlfriend, right? Where the person made mention of the girl like the girl smoking, the girl drinking, taking money from other men,
Yeah.
those kind of things. So you see that thing is a
yeah.
lifestyle,
Yeah.
right? In this case,
Whose lifestyle?
my lifestyle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So in this case, I see that this is somebody that didn't like my lifestyle, but he couldn't say it.
So then
Communication.
simple.
Communication.
Because in the end, we're all different people from different like places. We all have different backgrounds. I grew up differently. So you don't come and judge me. We communicate. If there's something you don't like, but maybe you feel like you love me and you want us to work things out, we talk about it. We'll see where we can meet in the middle. Because you're probably not also doing things 100% my way. So then in the end, we talk and then we compromise. Like we find a way.
Exactly. So because if you feel like I have a certain, like this guy I used to date, right? Like 3, 4, how many years? Yeah, I checked. So then, right, he didn't like the way I dressed. He never used to tell me. He would tell other people that were around us. Okay, he would have, because back in the day, I used to wear some crazy shit. My nipples and titties all out.
You saw.
I know you saw, bitch. But that he wasn't able to tell me at that time. You know, it's later on that I heard that. Oh, not saying to say he didn't really like the way he dressed. You could have came to me and talked to me about it.
Before he came into the picture, weren't you already dressing like that?
Before he came into the picture, he liked how I was, my free spirit. Listen, a person can like you and not maybe like the things that you do sometimes. So because he liked me enough, he was okay to deal with it, but not at Hano, it was bothering him. So he wasn't able to tell me because maybe I would feel offended. But then too, I was a hothead. I probably would have been like, fuck you, nigga. I'm gonna wear what the fuck I want to wear, whatever. But also, I'm a kind of person where if I love my man, I'm willing to change certain things, to make them happy. So at the end of the day, if he would have came to me and communicated like, oh, Effia, I feel like you should wear this. I don't think you should wear showing these things or doing that. I would have curved it. So I always feel like communication is very important in everything that we do. Yeah. Relationship, job, whatever it is, you have to communicate with your partner. If you are a business tycoon, yeah, and now you say God has called you, you have to become a bishop or a pastor. You have to leave every business that you've been doing, okay? And you said that God has called you. When I was dating you, you was a business tycoon. You wasn't this crefe man or this bishop or this pastor that you say you're coming to become. Now, does that mean that I have to now also change my lifestyle for you? I'm gonna throw this situation to you, Cookie.
Well, okay. Like you said, once I'm in love, I'm willing to, compromise. Yeah, I'm willing to. No, I'm not willing to. I don't know how to put it. First of all, I don't like that you would want to change who I am. Because before you came into the picture, I was who I am and I'm already doing what I'm doing and you already saw, So then now that suddenly you've been called, I mean, I'm happy for you that you've been called, but then you can't come and just like swap my lifestyle for me. Right. So maybe we'll talk about it and see where we can meet in the middle so that we'll both be comfortable. Because I mean, in the end, we all want to be comfortable. I'm not going to be in the relationship and be stressing and you are comfortable. And I'm not expecting you to also be stressing for me to be comfortable. We all have to be fine. We all have to be happy.
Okay, so if you're dating a past, right now, like you were dating a businessman, you guys are married. Yeah. You guys have crossed the bridge of being married and having kids. Yeah. And now, like I said, he's been called. And now, what would be the compromise? Like, what would you now change to befit what he's doing?
Okay, so I'm still doing my work. Maybe I will stop wearing certain things. I mean, now
I'll stop posting certain things.
Because maybe I'll wear my swimwear and post some kind of way because I'm living. It's my vibe. I'm working. Sometimes I'm even promoting the brand. But then now I know my man is a pastor. And it's weird that he'll go and preach to people. I'll even come and sit in the church and everyone knows that that's his woman. And then now you come see me online and I'm wearing a swimwear with some weird pose, or you see my snaps and I'm at the club taking shots. That's crazy. So maybe I'll try to curb certain things. I'll try to, But
I feel like you don't really have to change. Like there's always a classy way of doing things and a trashy way of doing things. Exactly. You can literally wear a bikini and you have, they call it tankini. It's like your whole ass is out. Yeah. But you can also have a bikini with a cover up and the hat with the glasses. Exactly. So I feel like there's always a classy way of doing things.
No, that's why I said you won't come and see me post some type of way in a bikini. Right. Because I know what I'm talking about.
But you can still be a sofa mommy and go to the beach.
Yes.
You can still be a soft mommy and hang out with your friends.
More classy. That is to say you're finding a compromise. So that's what I mean.
Exactly.
That's you trying
to meet in the middle.
But maybe some people wouldn't want that. He'll feel like, okay, now that I'm a pastor, I don't think you should wear swimwear at all. I don't think you should post these type of things on the internet.
You shouldn't wear or you shouldn't post?
You shouldn't post.
Okay.
No matter how much I like you.
I love you.
If you switch to pastor, you're going?
And no matter how much I like or love you, I wouldn't want to change the way my life is or my purpose or my dream to fit with yours. Let me explain something. I like this influencing thing. It's something I've always wanted to do, and now I'm doing it. And then I meet this business tycoon. You're in a relationship for 6 months. Then you tell me God has called you. So you want me to help you in the ministry. One, I can't. It's just been it's just been 2 years in the influencing industry. I haven't reached anywhere.
No, so that's what we're talking
What if
about.
your
The
higher purpose is to
compromise.
influence that ministry?
What if what?
See, the ministry, so be an influencer for the church.
I can't.
Being an influencer for the church, you can't.
No matter how good it looks, I can't. Because forget me and you. Once you start the ministry, even if I hold my hair a certain type of way,
People are going to
people will
talk.
talk.
And you will be
Let
pressed.
me even use our own celebrities, Megan Good and her husband. She complained about that thing. She had to change her whole life just to stay with that
And
guy.
in the end, it didn't work
it didn't
out.
work
It didn't work out. They had to
They were actually
divorce.
married.
And now she's with the one that she loves. The one that makes her do whatever she wants, makes her feel like, oh yes, this is me. She's
So look at the
happy.
number of people in this world. Then you want to go and settle and go and be uncomfortable
Oh,
in a
no.
relationship.
Yeah.
No.
I think the
No.
key word is comfortability.
Yeah.
We have to make each other comfortable. I cannot sacrifice my comfortability to make you comfortable.
No.
Vice
No
versa.
way. So
But love is about sacrifice.
Love is love. Love is a feeling.
I don't, when we say
if love is a circle, then it means
is-
it's both of us. So then you should also be willing to not mind
Yes.
when I'm doing
But
whatever.
I'm
I want.
should also
sacrificing by not
sacrifice.
caring about your pockets, if you have money or not. That's sacrifice. You should not
you can't
sacrifice.
define your sacrifice as to my sacrifice. So whatever you want to sacrifice, that's on you. Whatever I want to sacrifice, that's
It's
on
on
me.
me.
There is not a totalitarian government or whatever it is, nigga. It's about me having choices and,
And
I'm
if you
sticking to my
constantly
choice.
keep talking about the money, and the fact that he's taking care of me, is that the only thing that you possess? Because wait, why is it being placed on the table this way? Like, okay, so if the man is taking care of me and he's giving me everything that I want, then it means blah blah. So you, the man, if we take away the money, really, like, what else are you? What's your
but
purpose?
money is
What are
already
you doing?
70% of why relationship
So that in situations where you lose the money, because money can be lost. When you lose the money, what is
Well,
there to you?
anybody who makes money know how to make money again. Anybody who makes money, they lose the money, they know how to make money again. So think about that. Men are hunters. If a man wants to do something, he's gonna do it, especially when it comes to being financially stable. So if you've lost the money once, he can make it again. I've known many men who've lost money and made it
gained
again,
money, yeah.
even more.
Unrelated girls, would you, like, let's say you're dating somebody, he gives you maybe like 100K
Dollars.
CDs, and then he's asking for his money back.
Oh,
I'll give it back.
You give it back.
Yes.
first of all, I will give it back
And
because
Hey. And but you see, that's the thing. I don't think I could ever date a guy who behaves that, because before he even comes to ask for the money back, he's had some behaviors that he's done that before in a relationship. Maybe he'll buy something from me, then because he's upset with me, he'll take it back from me.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, so then what
So
are you
you
still doing
notice
there?
it-
You know this behavior, then you're still in there.
I
waiting
want
for
to
it to
stay.
reach 100K. I'm leaving. What the hell?
Everything has its budding moments. It has to start from somewhere. So if I notice that you're a kind of guy that you give me stuff and you take it back whenever you're upset, whenever you're angry, I can't be with you, because that means if you loan me or you give me some money, you'll take it back, or we live in a house together and then something happens, you kick me out the house, or you take the car back.
For me,
I don't want
it's
a man like
you're trying
that.
to keep me like hostage,
Of
or make me
course.
tied to you. I don't like that thing. No, I really.
That's
like
why I feel like it don't matter what kind of man, like it don't matter how much money a man is given or how much money a man has. As a woman, you have to have your own. It don't gotta be a lot, but so far as you can eat
care of
and
yourself.
take care of yourself, or take care,
Dress good.
you know that
Put
you
yourself
can
together.
if you had
Real
a
nice.
child, you can also take care of your child
In case.
That's all that matters. We need to really stop solely depending on men. Yes, men are leaders, men are hunters. But this generation, a lot of women are like making their own money and there's a reason to that. When we look at our grandmothers and our grandparents back in the day, they only stayed because of the finances. Because nikunu enya eto plotman, or it was a financial reason why they stayed. When they really wanted to leave, they couldn't leave. Why? Because they didn't have their own money.
That's why most of them went through the things they went through. Some of them
And they
have
stayed.
situations where they were even beating them up,
Abused.
being
And
very
they still
abused, but then they still
The man
stay.
is bringing in kids into the house.
And you can't do anything
You
about
can't do anything
it
about it
because you don't
because
have
why?
anything to you.
Exactly.
So then where are you going?
Make something for yourself. Honestly, even if you are selling kushi, I saw some girl. She goes to uni and she sells eggs. Did you not see that video?
No.
I got Kosia, and she used that money that she made from selling Kosia in Meko to further her education.
Wow.
As a human being, you gotta make money. The world is all about money. It's about how much you have, and then you can't always be depending on someone because then you become a slave to the person. Sometimes you can also become a burden, bro. Men, as much as we say that, oh yeah, men, they have their own thing. They have their own families to take care of, and they gotta add you to it. You have to think about the man also. We have to be a little bit more selfless as people. I feel like most women are a bit too selfish. It's always about what you gonna do for me. What you gonna do for me?
Yeah.
Are you thinking about the man? So it also boils down to the kind of person that you are, the individual. So yeah, what's your question?
So you mentioned it's exceller, and I remember something. Why is it that you see cases where a man he goes out to maybe on the street, he finds the exceller and just love maybe the personality or the hustle, and say, "Oh, I want to marry you," and elevate the woman. But women rarely do that. You never see a woman who's well-to-do. Say, I was driving around the street and this plumber or this panevita or
Okay.
this...
You've not yet.
And the way his muscle is so...
I'm
marrying you and elevate you. Why?
Because naturally, like I said, men are hunters. They are go-getters. Men always... Naturally, it should be in a man, embedded in a man, that he should always want more for himself. You can't be settling with just selling egg.
So you're saying women are very naturally comfortable with anything. Oh, exceller, I'll wait for my redeemer. Or the man
woman, we're supposed to actually be the caretakers of the house. But if we're in a situation where we don't have a home or a man to take care of us, we have to now go and hunt. That's not our natural way of being.
Why do women not elevate men the way men typically forget wherever you are, your level, your financial situation to elevate you? Why is that?
Who told you women don't elevate?
Give me any example. Anybody, your village.
Let me put myself in that shoes.
Sure.
If let's say I have made it, right? And I meet a guy who's an exceller and I feel like I like this guy, I really like this guy, I want to be with him. I don't mind elevating.
Do you think you have capacity to like a male exceller?
A male exceller?
Yeah. Do you think, be honest, can you love a male exceller?
I can't.
Question.
Can I
Right
love?
now, yes.
Because
No,
Yes or no?
Can you?
It's yes or no first.
Because I don't know what the future holds. Yes, I can't.
So you right now you enter say
So you've left scammers.
trust or you're driving, you see one conductor, what do you call these guys?
Conductors,
The mates,
church
yeah.
mates.
Do you think you have the capacity to love?
Oh, mate, yeah, no.
Why?
You too why?
Accra Madina. Minyo.
Nisu Baino.
Don't do.
But see, men, we see it differently. We care less about where you are.
And that's the way of the world.
No, but
We
Men,
actually love you.
No,
guys,
it
you guys
depends
are
on what
business.
man and then his status. And all of that.
exactly. It
Status
depends
is
on a man
important.
and a status. And also what he's looking for in that woman. Maybe he's just a
Exactly.
fuck. Maybe he likes it, he lusts. Maybe he doesn't want to take. But at the end of the day, we cannot compare how men see women and how women
We
see
see
men.
men. It's different.
We are all orchestrated differently. God did not bring us about the same way. That's why men don't carry babies, women carry babies. So the way a man thinks is not how a woman thinks. The way a man sees a woman is not how a woman sees a man. So a man can see a woman maybe selling eggs and then he'll be enthused and want to approach her. But a woman will not see it, naturally will not see an egg seller unless maybe they both sell eggs together. They are both of the same level, the same status, that most likely you'll see them mingling. The mason will be dating an egg seller, or a carpenter will be dating like somebody who sells stuff on the side. Maybe because they're in the same area, the same, the same level, tax bracket, So naturally,
Why? Why do you think so? Naturally,
because
why?
Why?
Why? Women, why are you guys not naturally like that? That you see someone...
Go ask God. Why
question
asking?
God.
no.
ask
There's
God
no in
why
the Bible where
we
God
weren't
said that.
told.
We weren't
because-
built that way. And how is that false?
And also, I feel like it's ambition. There's levels in life. Maybe if I was 17 or 18 years old and my eyes haven't really opened to life so much, and I'm living in Ghana and maybe I know a boy who sells eggs. Maybe, I'm naive. I like him. It's baby. I'm not expecting too much from him. But as I get older and my eyes open more and I see that I need more, I naturally will not gravitate towards an egg seller. Unless you started egg selling and then you've opened a business and you own a company or you own a farm.
Even
Which is why men are leaders, naturally. Why women should actually accept that men lead, where you guys follow. Typically.
Naturally, yes.
Exactly, because we care less about it.
But leading to higher things, leading to better things, not leading to
We are
destruction.
policing the leadership style.
No, not leading to destruction. Because some men will lead you to...
Nobody's following bad leadership.
Some men will lead you to
But there are
destruction.
presidents of countries that people term bad, but their followers, they're naturally because you have no
Because
choice.
they are fools.
But you have a choice. That's what leadership is.
No. Yes, there's leadership.
A leader is a
Fine.
leader.
A leader is a leader, but now I get to choose what kind of leader I want to lead with. I want to be with. You cannot lead me to self-destruction because there's some people who will lead you to self-destruction. You meet a guy you never drank before, you never did drugs before. Now the guy, because he's a leader, he wants to lead you and show you, oh, you sniff this cocaine,
drugs, do this,
you take this pill. And then maybe now in your capacity, you don't even know how to handle those things. Then you become addicted. Now you've led me to self-destruction. So when you're talking about leadership, how are you leading me? What's your vision?
So,
are you leading me to my higher self or you're leading me to my lower self?
So in the end, you choose your leader.
So in the end, I have a choice. I choose the kind of person I want to be led by. It's not like I live in this country by why I can choose who's my president. That one they can. But you get what I'm saying? I have to make sure I'm choosing a person who's leading me to the path of righteousness. And it's not just about what I'm doing physically with my body, but my mind. How are you changing my mind? How are you uplifting me? How are you taking me from darkness into light? No, it's not about a pastor. It's about a person who loves themselves enough. And it's not about dating a pastor. It's not every pastor that's also good. There's pastors in my DMs want to fuck me. Let's get that straight. So it's not about dating a pastor. It's about dating a person who sees themselves to be of love, to be of God, to be of higher things and not lower things.
We like that.
Yeah. So I'm digressing, but this question. This question was trending recently about a woman saying, "Oh, if you're a 24, 25-year-old woman and below, you have no business getting married because many times your maturity comes when you're in your 30s.
Yeah,
so a lot of women see that, oh yeah, I wish I didn't get married when I get married because I feel like I don't really like this man. At the time, I was very naive. You think, for a woman, there should be an age range for marriage. 20s is not the right time. Do you think so? There's no age?
I don't think there should be any age range because in the end, I feel like lives differently for everybody.
Yes.
No, you gave example of when we were younger, things the way you dress is different. Now, do you think if then and now, if you are getting married then, and the person you got married to, now
it works for some people. It doesn't work for some people.
Your question is if I had gotten married then?
Yes, and the person will love you for that, and now you feel like I don't want to dress or look that way anymore. You think that would have affected?
At that time, if he married me then and he liked how I was dressing, we are growing. As you grow, you have to mature. Maturity doesn't come with age. It comes with experiences. It comes with, the things that life brings. So at the end of the day, if at that time when I was 24 or 23 and I was dressing that way and I met a guy who's also maybe the same age, we're growing together. And as we're growing together, we understand each other. We communicate with each other. So everything has to deal with communication and understanding of the person that you're dealing with. So if I got married at 24 and now I'm 27, we're the same age, and now my husband will even see the growth in me from the way I even talk or the way I even act at home or the way I even act with people or the friends I no longer have. So my husband will see that naturally my woman is growing. So she's going to change the things that she used to do and become a better person. But back to the conversation of
the
marriage and age. Bro, there are 40-year-old fools. Yeah, we have 40-year-old fools and we have 40-year-old who are wise. We have 20-year-old fools and 20-year-old who are wise. So it depends on how mature the person is. Everything is about maturity and everything is about understanding and everything is about the good qualities that you have as a human being. So somebody can get married at 27 and they're thriving in their marriage, and somebody can get married in 60s and I feel like it depends on you. Somebody's life is not your life.
Yeah, but the trend I highlighted, a lot of women tend to agree with the fact that, I actually regret marrying at 22. You get married
but
at 24.
there are people who are also very happy that they married at 22 or 18 or 25.
Somebody's life is not your life.
It's different for everybody.
It works
perfectly for certain people.
There are going to be so many reasons as to why you need to use your age as a factor when you're thinking about marriage. And as Ifya is saying, it solely depends on the person. Because in this time of world, like me, like the 23, I'm not ready. I'm not near anywhere I want to get married. Maybe I want to get like 35 before getting married. But I have a friend that has a family. She got a family right after we finished uni. She also has her reasons.
And she's happy and she's thriving.
Thank you. And her reasons are that at that time, she wanted stability. Okay. And she feels like she has a lot of health issues. So she wanted to give birth to 2 or 3 kids before her issue starts coming out. Because she had this PCOS and it was very serious. So you see, it depends on a person. It can be health reasons, it can be financial reasons, spiritual reasons.
Or just love.
You know, yes.
So and then naturally though, the brain doesn't develop until the age of 25.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And most women, from the age of 20 to the age of 30 is where you're starting to experience life, breakups, job issues, relations with family, friends. These are the ages where you start to life starts to life, and then you start to understand. Okay, and then you start to grow, you start to mature. Your brain starts to like understand certain things that maybe at a younger age you didn't understand. So now when you're in your 30s, you've understood a lot of things, and you also understand human beings, not just men but also women. So the reason why most people say, "Oh, marrying at a young age is not really good," because you've not really experienced life. You're very limited, and when you're limited, you really lack understanding. So it's when you experience life and you experience the things that life has to come with, and then you're able to deal with it, and you don't let life break you down, but you let life make you. You've come to understand what life is about, and then you can take that things that you've learned into the marriage. But when you're young, you lack understanding. If somebody told you to stop dressing this way, you think the person hates you, but the person rather loves you. Like even when you're younger, when your mom will tell you to come to the kitchen and learn how to cook, you think your mom hates you, but when you get older, you know how to cook, you know how to clean.
You made the point about how some 20-year-olds are wise. So not every like young person or who hasn't like crossed that 25 age gap is not like so, you know,
right.
Some people are,
but the majority of the time, no, it's between 20, 21 to 30 is when you've actually experienced. Like some people came from a harsh background.
Yeah.
That one day it happens, you know, where you came from. Maybe both your parents have died,
you have to
and
grow too early.
You got to grow early. Those things happen also.
He was 24, 25 in the gym, and he was wearing a wedding ring. I was like, "How are you married?" And he was like, his wife is 36.
His wife is 36.
And he's 25. And
he's 25. And I asked him why. And he was like, bro, he needed to, you know, start life. He needed to do things. And he realized that settling with a young girl wasn't what he wanted to do. And with the older woman, she wanted to get married. So he had to marry her. And I asked him, did he love her? He was like, yes, he actually did love her. If he didn't love her, would he be? And they've been married for a very long time. And the communication is impeccable. Like, you can't even joke with that.
Because she's gotten to an age where she understands life. Like, and you know, and then he too, he's a man. So when we talk about leadership, maybe she's also leading him to his higher self. So ideally, yes, men are leaders, but it's about what you leading me to.
Why would you say that? Because she's older?
Huh?
She's leading him.
He said that they've been married for a very long time and then they're doing well. Like,
and you assume that she's leading him because he's older, correct?
Yes.
Why? Even if the man is 18.
Even if
the man is 18, the man is 40, it doesn't matter. The man is the man.
When a young guy is with an older woman, there's a different type of communication. You know, it's not always about he wanting to be the lead. Sometimes he's more like about listening to what you want, listening to what you want to do.
Actually, not true. Most time, no. When women are older, 30s upward, they are calmer. They've seen life. They argue less.
They're mature.
That's what I'm trying to say.
They argue less. In fact, let me tell you the fun side of it. When you marry someone older or your age mate, or maybe 30s and upwards, when you come home from work, food is ready, sex is greater, it's sweeter, it's just a bit softer. Life is just sweeter. But a 22, 23,
they have too much energy to argue.
They have too much
energy to argue.
All you trends on Twitter, they know it, and they start asking you.
So the 30-something-year-old, the reason why I would say she's leading because she's emotionally intelligent. That's also a way of leading.
Cookie, you tend to not agree with that.
No, it's not that I don't agree with that. What you're saying right now? Repeat what you're saying.
She's emotionally intelligent.
Yeah, but I still feel like it's not really.
I'm talking about their situation.
Yeah, but it's not really like the age factor. I don't think because of that it makes the woman like a leader just because of her age.
No, it's about what she does in her age.
Yeah, so
that's what I'm saying. At the age of 35, usually you've gone through so much in life, you've understood life, so it's like.
But she could still be very, very submissive, and then the 25-year-old man is
a leader.
Still the leader.
But you said that what was the reason why he married her?
For stability.
Okay.
He was young.
So she was stable.
Yes.
And he wasn't.
So at that 36
so she's leading
years,
in stability.
At that 36 years, she has already made money in her prime, you
Yeah,
know, and
yeah.
right now she's ready to settle.
Yeah.
So it's like she's okay. She communicates gracefully. She's emotionally intelligent.
good.
You know,
And
the
she-
guy
she-
Doesn't make her a leader.
doesn't make her a leader, but the guy just wants to just make sure she's okay. It doesn't still make her.
So then that's where it comes to this whole respect thingy. So
Yes.
I don't know why you are making it about this leader. I don't think
No,
it's about that.
the
I feel
whole
like
leading,
it's-
the whole leading thing.
Yeah.
At the end, anybody can take a fucking lead,
Yeah.
bro. Like if you're a man and you can't take a lead, I'm gonna take a lead for you.
Simple.
That's it.
Best,
But if you're a man and you're
asking
leading,
us
That's
all the
wrong.
questions.
And-
I also have
and-
the questions to ask you.
True.
So best, let's take it to you're 30 years old, okay? And you're also going through stuff. You meet a lady that is 45. She wants to marry you. She gives you everything you want. In this case, is she a leader? Is she leading you?
How do you mean give me everything I want?
She's-
First, most men
I just
they are
said-
30s.
I just said you are struggling. You are 30 years and you are
Oh,
struggling.
I'm struggling.
Yes.
No, I think most men rather not marry
Yeah, because they know
a
what it
richer
comes with.
woman because it's difficult. When a woman is richer than you, first off, you
The
lose
respect.
your manhood. Facts. If a woman feeds you, she remind you that she fed you the other night.
but if a man
Hey.
feeds you, it doesn't remind you
No,
that he fed you the other
no,
night.
no.
It's not true.
No, 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 no.
I never
Let me tell
remember
you.
the guy that I give him food. No.
But it
Sorry?
happens.
No.
I think
But
for
you
the
will.
most
You
part-
will. Sooner or later, you will.
I think the majority of the time, women do that. They tend to do that.
Yeah,
But
that
not
one
all the time.
That's what's a
No, no, no.
majority.
Yeah,
No.
so but I want to talk based off the other people that don't do that
do
because
Oh, there are
it's not-
those who do
Even
it.
those
I'm
who
talking
don't
about
do
you.
it, they are waiting for the right time to do it. Until you offend them, they remind you.
No,
that
but-
why would you try this
But
after
even-
all I have?
I
That's
just
for
I
you.
just
Done.
asked you
It's
before.
the same way you do that too. It's the same
No,
thing.
man, no,
I
we
just-
don't
I
count.
know-
About a guy giving you money and taking the money back. It has happened to me. For he gave me money, told me I should give him back his money.
Exactly.
It depends on what. It depends on what you
And
did.
even-
And
Oh,
also
but
depends
it
on
should
what
be
the
a-
man
it
did.
depends.
Even
Also
after
depends on what the man
depends on what
did.
the man
It also
did.
depends on what the
Let-
man
let-
did.
let me tell you why. Let me give you an example.
He went around telling
Chill.
people that he has given him money and he wants his money back.
Let me tell you why it is justifiable to. Maybe
okay,
why,
please justify this because
For
I'm very
instance,
confused.
the man literally puts your life, your business, your monthly allowance, say 100K every month, and he finds out that there's one guy somewhere that you are sending money to.
And so vice versa. The same story you're saying. I'm taking care of a man fully, ensuring that your life is great. I'm giving you money monthly because I know you don't have.
Hey, what are the
And
chances?
then, there are chances. There's lots of chances.
Really?
Just that sometimes it's hidden because, it's quite embarrassing. Women don't really like putting that out there like that. Like, same way men will rather make the noise and let the whole world know
That he
that
bought
they're
your
taking care of their
apartment,
woman.
he bought your
So,
this.
yeah, in a case like that, and then now I find out that there's some small girl somewhere at the corner, and then the man is, then what do I do?
If
Flip
he
the
finds
script.
out that this cast, we know what the man will do. We refund everything and
Eat 'em.
say,
That's a lie.
That's
refund
a lie.
what when he has
refund
nothing.
What?
What
When
does he have to
eating the
refund?
money? Refund what?
typically
Oh,
refund
please.
it.
No.
Why they just
Then
do what
typically
he
the
needs to
woman,
bring it back?
typically the woman will also refund. Simple.
At the end of the day,
Everyone-
it's about people and their personalities and their characteristics.
Yes.
There are some women who will do things for you and will tell the whole world, and there's some men who, it's all about the person.
Exactly.
Everybody is different, right?
Because,
But yeah, I feel like at the end of the day, you have to just do what's best for you.
Yeah.
If you can date a carpenter, date a carpenter. If he can financially support you or emotionally support you in the way that you want to be supported, do what makes you happy and do
Can
what's
you
best
date
for
a
you.
carpenter, though?
Can I date a carpenter?
Yeah.
If he had like a business?
no, he's a
No,
carpenter.
he's a carpenter.
Just a carpenter and that's it?
Yeah.
No, I can't because Charlie is not enough.
Yeah.
So at least I guess somebody to side with me.
Ooh,
No,
see?
everyone sides with you. I mean,
I can't date.
I don't
If
want
you're
to
doing
date a
just
carpenter.
carpentry work, it's not enough. It's not enough because of where I have reached in my life.
Exactly.
Maybe if I was 17 or 18 years old
I
and
wouldn't
19,
mind.
I grow. But where I've reached in my life, how much money I spend on my own money I spend in
On
a
myself.
week. Bro, my own money I spend in a week is way more than some carpenters are making monthly.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that I need you to come and provide and take care of me, but I'm thinking of future, our home. How are you going to provide? The kind of lifestyle I want to live, the kind of home I live in, the things that I know that I already have for myself and what I also want you to have. So I can't date a carpenter. I can't date, can I date a 9 to 5? Maybe a guy who has other businesses apart from
Like
his
I
9
said,
to
yeah.
5. Yeah. It's all about the income, how much you're making and where you see yourself and where you're going in life. Yeah.
So that's your
For
type.
me, it's my lifestyle. Also, the social status, like how people see you and the money. Yeah. What about you?
Same. I said it first. That's the same thing I said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Once you can have for you and then I have for me, And then I know that, okay, now we can even, you see, if you're dating someone that is like below you, even financially, it even affects the conversations that you have at home. Because now it's like, we both don't really align. You don't have money. And so sometimes, even when I want to talk about...
But the money's going to change the conversation. Okay,
no,
like
if
what
I
you
want to talk about something with
like
you,
want to go somewhere.
I feel like I'm making you even feel some type of way.
Yeah.
It will bother me.
Like I want to go to Blue Moon.
Then now
I was like, I'm thinking about, hey, my boyfriend doesn't really have money. Hey, now it's the conversation is different, like she said, you know.
So every time we're trying to manage.
Imam won't do that. He won't care.
Because he got the money. A man who
Seychelles. I won't bother if you have money or not.
A man, because you're a man.
Why does he can't afford
if you're a man and you want to act like a bitch, go date a bitch.
But you can afford it too.
For real,
why not for both of us?
Huh?
You can also afford for both of us, but you careless about things.
No,
I might not be able to. No, I can afford for me.
Once my man is leading right in the relationship and he's allowing me to also sit in my femininity, there are times where it's even natural. If I want to go on a trip and I feel like, this trip, I want to treat my man to it, I will treat him to it. It's not a problem for me.
Yes.
But then you have to be doing your part. You have to be leading. Make me feel that, okay, yeah, I'm also now, I can relax in my femininity. So then I'm willing to also treat my man. I will do that.
I'm paying the flight tickets, whatever we have to go for our trip. Okay. In 10, as we are going on the trip, you are with me, you're talking to me, you're holding the luggages, you're showing that you're the man.
I mean, not even that. That's not even what I mean.
Sam, I have to work for that.
No, that's not
I have to carry the luggage because you're paying the flight.
No, for me, that's
I
not what I
have to carry
mean.
your purse because you're paying the flight.
No,
that's not what I
You
also
see how
mean.
he's turning the issue?
No, but that's not what I mean.
What do you mean?
No, so what I mean is, already my man has already taken charge. You're being a leader. You're already doing great. You're making me happy emotionally. You are very emotionally intelligent. You are very smart. You are also, financially you are there. It doesn't mean you're taking care of me. I can provide for myself, but then you are also adding to me because, I deserve it. It's the same way as a woman. Now that you're making me feel comfortable, I've now relaxed in my femininity. I'm also willing to do so much more for my partner. Because in the end, I believe we both have to be happy. We have to be comfortable. I don't believe in he's supposed to just take care of me. No. Once I'm being taken care of, and when I say taken care of, I'm not talking about just finances. I'm talking about every aspect that makes the relationship great. I will naturally also want to make my partner happy. So if that means me also taking out money or in any other way, I will ensure that my partner is satisfied. So
it's
that's
partnership. At the end of the day, everything is about partnership. It's not 50-50. It's partnership. If you don't got 80, I got it. If you got the 100, I don't got nothing.
Yeah.
If you got the 20, I got the 80. If I have the 60, you have the 40. It's partnership. We have to stop viewing things as 50-50. It's about what you don't have, I will accommodate. I will bring in, and this conversation is for people who are matured and are adults. If you're a baby, this conversation is not for you because I'll collagen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's today's conversation.
I
think today was a great conversation, right?
Great.
Yeah, I loved it. And at the end of the day, this is how we feel. Our views are not imposing. We're not imposing our views on you. This is how we feel. If you agree, cool. If you disagree, that's cool too. But at the end of the day, cut your coat according to your size. Emotionally, financially, physically, everything. Yeah. This was what? Rants, Bants, and Confessions. See you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.